There's more sporting action in a couple of minutes in the form of rallycross from Brands Hatch. But first, we catch up with what's happening in the world, thanks to Phil Roman at ITN with the latest news headlines.
High winds and flooding have caused further damage throughout the country. In South London, a passenger train was derailed by a fallen tree. The front coach of the West Croydon to Victoria service left the track just outside Gypsy Hill Station. The driver escaped, although the tree pierced the cab. 6 people were slightly injured, and gale-force winds caused trouble in many coastal areas.
5 miles of coastline are now affected, the flood water moving ever closer to the towns of Abergele and Penzance. As the tide ebbed, a window of clearer weather, and the repair gangs hurried back to the shattered sea wall.
Weather's with us today. The tide's coming over there now, but it's not too bad, so we can keep going.
This is the stretch of foreshore that's causing the most concern. The sea wall has simply disappeared. All the repair gangs can do is attempt to patch it up using stone that had already been washed away. For the time being at least, the repair work is making headway. But engineers and villagers fear further storms, now predicted, could breach the wall again.
A strong earthquake has struck Los Angeles. There are no immediate reports of damage or injury. Tremors were felt in Santa Barbara and 150 miles to the south in San Diego, followed by a smaller quake to the east 3 hours later. Reports say buildings were shaken, cars and trucks were bounced off highways. In Beverly Hills, the quake created waves in the swimming pools and sent goods tumbling off supermarket shelves. 18 Conservative councillors in West Oxfordshire resigned from the party last night over the poll tax and government housing policy. One councillor said Mrs Thatcher did not have a clue about the effects of the tax on people. They'll keep their seats as independents. West Oxfordshire covers the Westminster seat of the Foreign Secretary, Mr Hurd. Earlier, the Environment Secretary, Mr Patton, admitted the new community charge could have a devastating effect on the economy, putting another 0.5% on inflation. The last trade figures before the budget are the worst January figures on record. The deficit was £1,800 million compared with £817 million in December. Economists say major one-off purchases of diamonds and planes are distorting the figures, and the underlying trend is not so bad. That's it for now. ITN Morning News is at 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, violent crime is on the increase. I'd like now to introduce you to someone who has had first-hand experience of murder.
Wonder where these bakers.
And the expert is Chief Inspector Taggart in a new 3-part mystery starting tomorrow at 9 on ITV.
The World Figure Skating Championships start next week, and Nick Owens in Nova Scotia to bring us all the action on Channel 4 and here on ITV, and that begins from Wednesday. And talking about sport, let's go over to Brands Hatch for some rally sport.